All right, hello everyone. Good evening. Hi, Linda. I'm so sorry that you're feeling so sick. Of course, please prioritize your health. You do not have to be here if you're feeling sick, but I really appreciate that you're willing to watch the replay. I really appreciate that. Well, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Audrey and I paint with watercolor. Sometimes I do calligraphy. I've been learning how to paint with gouache and I've also been using colored pencils. And yeah, I've been going live since spring of last year and I did a 100-day project and I decided to go live for each of those days. And after the 100-day project was over, about December last year, I decided to continue to go live because I just had so much fun, like chatting with you guys and getting to know you. And yeah, just painting or just creating live made me realize that I think it's good to have that space here because I think sometimes we have this sense that art has to happen quickly or perfectly, and that is definitely not the case. So doing these live streams, reminds me that it's okay to go slow, that it's okay to mess up, and yeah. So I'm really glad you're here. And if this is your first time, yeah, lately I've been doing coloring, but today and last week I did watercolor because that's my main thing. And so this live stream tonight, I'm also going to do watercolor. I was kind of racking my brain about what to do. And then I realized, how about I just kind of go back to what I love to do, which is to paint wreaths. So, and this was inspired because this last week I did a couple of in-person teaching watercolor workshops, and one of them was fall wreaths. And I just, kind of just fell in love with that theme like all over again. So I figured, hey, why don't I paint a couple of wreaths for my live stream? And I do have a couple tutorials already on how to paint watercolor wreaths, but I love it so much that I could paint them all day. Yeah. Well, hi, Andrea. Thank you so much for coming, or Andrea, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but thank you so much for being here. Yeah, if you're new here and you're not too shy, please say hi in the chat, or if you're catching the replay, please yeah, write something in the comments. So I wanted to show you, I don't know if anyone still uses Pinterest. Do you guys still use Pinterest? But I still use Pinterest, and oops, that's not right. And I wanted to show you that, so this is my Pinterest page, and I have been just kind of scrolling through here, because there's so much inspiration. I think sometimes Pinterest can be overwhelming. So if that's you right now, like I totally understand, but I don't know. Like there's, winter themed stuff, Christmas themed stuff already, but there's also, some fall themed stuff. So I kind of wanted to use this as our inspiration so that when it comes time to paint, like you kind of understand like where I'm coming from. So I like to make my wreaths kind of like dainty. I like not too many layers. So you'll kind of just see my process, okay? All right, so let me switch up my, if you didn't catch my live stream last week, I painted these watercolor wood slices. So definitely make sure to catch that one. That one was a lot of fun to make as well. It's really simple. I mean, I could even use this as like a base and then paint a wreath around it, but I'm not going to. We're just gonna start fresh today. All right, so step one of painting a wreath is to draw your circle. Now, I have this basically used up washi tape. I basically have none left. It's like dying, but I use it because I like to sketch a really small circle. Again, my wreaths are gonna be quite small. Let's see, maybe I can fit one, and then two. Maybe I'll do two wreaths today. So I like to keep my circle really small because then what I do is that I paint all like around it. So even though the circle's small, I'm not going to paint right on the line. That line is actually the innermost part of my wreath. And so it's going to be at least, I don't know, an inch thick, like all the way around, if that makes sense. Okay. Sorry, let me set up my phone real quick. Gotta get that vertical content. Okay. So yeah, so this is gonna be the smallest, and I'm gonna go ahead and sketch my second circle as well, because I might work on them simultaneously in case I need to like wait for one to dry and then go to the next one. So I do have my color pencils. I don't know if I'll use them. The brushes that I'm using a size 6, and these are size 2 round brushes, but I wanted to grab these both because look at how different they look. Can you guys see that? So the one on the right, again, they're both round size 2 brushes, but the one on the right is like skinnier and longer, and the one on the left is a little bit shorter and rounder. Isn't that very interesting? They're obviously different brands, but it just goes to show you that even if it's the same exact shape and size, it might still look a little bit different. So that's why I actually love both of these brushes. This round size 2 is probably my absolute fave because I love how it like short and it holds so much water. Well, and paint, but I like this one because I'm able to get like much more precise details with this one. So anyway, let's see. Which wreath should we do, you guys? There were like so many to choose from. Let's see. I kind of really liked, oh shoot, there was this like berry one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, like this berry garland. Like, look at this. So I was thinking of doing something like this, but then adding, of course, some leaves, you know, and yeah, and then maybe vary the colors a little bit more. So not like straight up red, orange, but maybe try some different like hues and then add in some leaves. So what do you guys think? I think I might go with that one. Okay. All right, so the paints that I'm using are Holbein. I'm gonna use my smaller, shorter, round size 2 brush. I'll try to narrate as much as I can because I am going to treat this like a tutorial. But yeah, so I'm gonna take, you know, like 2 or 3 different colors, like red, orange, and orange/yellowish colors, and just slowly kind of work my way around. So I'm just gonna have like a bunch of circles just kind of touching each other, try to show like different values and like different colors, and just kind of slowly work your way around, okay? And again, you don't have to start at the line at all. You can start anywhere you want. Just spacing out my circles just a little bit so that I have room to fill in later. So I'm noticing that this brush is actually fraying a little bit, so I'm gonna switch to that other round size 2 brush. I get really sad when like my brushes are not doing well. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, to be honest. I'm just kind of going with it. I don't know if these circles are going to be like too small. Like maybe I should have made them bigger. I'm a little unsure. I think that's something else that I wanted to demystify during these live streams. Again, if you're new, like I started doing these live streams because I wanted to show you that, you know, just because we are creating tutorials and things like that doesn't mean that we know everything, you know? Like sometimes we still, like we doubt ourselves, we second guess, we obviously make mistakes. And I just wanted to be like very real about that. And so, yeah, I'm just giving you like my honest thoughts right now. I realize that if these berries are this tiny, then my leaves are going to have to be even tinier. So we'll see how that turns out. Okay, I'm going to turn on just a little bit of music just to kind of help fill in this space a little bit. But I'll still try to, you know, chat and talk. Okay, so some of these upper layers or these first layers are kind of drying. So I'm going to go in there with just some more paint and try to layer if I can. All right, I'm going to pause for a second and paint some leaves. I'm trying to put some of the leaves like inside, like in the midst of the berries, because then it'll kind of give that illusion of like, you know, the multiple layers and stuff that you see. All right, I like how this is turning out, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to put even more berries. I'm gonna grab a cooler red color just for that final topmost layer. And again, try to layer wherever I can. This is it, just tiny, tiny little circles. I am obsessed with this so far. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a really dark brown color, make sure that your brush is not that wet. So to just remove that excess water, just swipe it on your paper towel once or twice and then pick up that paint and make sure that your paint is also not that runny as well. And then go in there and then add the little, oops, my phone's in the way. And then add the little like berry, I don't know what to call it, tops. So it's literally just a tiny little circle, and be very random with where these are placed, right? And not every single one of them needs a dot either. So I think the more random you are, and yeah, the more random you are, the better it's actually going to turn out. So you can skip a couple. Oh, I don't even know if you guys can see the tiny little dots. All right, now I'm gonna do the same, like the same kind of brown color with the drier brush. And then now I'm just gonna draw some random lines to mimic the branches. And again, I'm not thinking too much about like which direction they're going. I'm just being very, very random with it. I am kind of going in like a V formation, but then sometimes I'm doing like a single line too. All right, the final thing to do is just add any more final berries as you wish. And I'm just gonna try to fill in some of these gaps. I think I might try to add some more leaves too, so we'll see. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add like a couple random berries just sort of sticking out in different directions. Sometimes I like to do that in my wreaths to make it just seem a little bit more like natural. right? Those just a couple of berries that are sort of sticking out in odd directions. It just, yeah, it just makes it look a little bit more, slightly more whimsical. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I really like this. Hold on, let me try to zoom in just a little bit more. How cute is that? Okay. Ah, cute little berry wreath. Okay, well, that is the berry wreath. Let's see what else we can do. So I didn't plan on doing two, so now I'm like, I need to find another wreath. So let's go back to that Pinterest page and see what else we can find. Ooh, I do like this combination of this like sage color and the orange. That's very pretty. This is very pretty, like with the bow. I'm already thinking about like Christmas wreaths and, you know, how, like what kind of different kinds of Christmas wreaths I can do. The things with bows are just so adorable. I don't know what this is. Are these like acorns? Palms for Christmas tree decor? Oh, they're little like ornaments. Okay. I was like, that doesn't look like a wreath to me. Why is that there? All right. Wow, these are really pretty. Oh man. There are some really, really good ones. It's hard to like stop and choose. Oh, these sunflower ones are beautiful. Okay. I think I really like the ones with the sunflowers. Yeah. I mean, all of these wreaths are beautiful, don't get me wrong. But, ooh, what about this apple one? You know, when I did my fruits and vegetables series, not last year, but 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I did a fruit and vegetables. Oh, this is from Home Depot. So random. I did a fruit and vegetable series, and then I arranged them on a wreath because I'm obsessed. But this is really pretty. Just a bunch of apples. Okay, but maybe I've already done it before, so maybe I should choose something different. Let me see. Okay, let me go all the way back up again. All right. Maybe I missed something. Ooh, like look at this. Like here's the sunflowers I was talking about. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Maybe something like this. So like sunflowers, some red flowers. I see a couple pumpkins. I'm probably going to omit those. A bunch of greenery, and then some like little white little berry type of stuff. Okay. A couple of red leaves as well. All right. I'm kind of feeling this one. Let's do it. All right. Sorry, I'm gonna have to zoom back out so that you can actually see what I'm working on. Oh, I'm having trouble focusing. Hold on. Or my camera's having a hard time focusing. Okay. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Andrea. Oh, the love that mini size. Thank you. I know. I don't like, I realized very early on that I'm not a huge fan of like big paintings. Like, not that there's anything wrong with that, of course, you know, but it just wasn't for me. Maybe like I actually, okay, hold on, story time. So, so I actually thought that, let me move this out of the way. So I actually had like a lot of different phases where I was learning watercolor, right? And if you watch my vlog where I go through my file cabinet, you'll see what I mean. I went through a phase of painting botanical style paintings, and then I went through a phase of like, I don't know, like trying to paint like super loosely and like all this other stuff, right? So I think that's important to, you know, try different styles to see what's right for you, right? But I realized early on that I didn't like using like a huge brush, like this size 8 is probably as large as I would normally go. I only have this giant mop brush because I use this to, you know, lay down a lot of water for, you know, a painting. But in general, I realized that I was always gravitating towards slightly smaller brushes. I like the smaller details and things like that. So yeah, that's just to, you know, quick story time just to let you know that yeah, you will eventually kind of start gravitating towards certain supplies, certain styles, certain tools, and that is largely an indicator of, yeah, just like what you're interested in or what you want to grow in. So I realized that even though I love landscapes, I don't like painting giant landscapes. And so if I ever do like a landscape series, I'll probably do like smaller, like maybe 4 inches by 4 inches or maybe 6 by 6 inches, you know, but not huge. Because that's kind of just how I am. And I think it took me a long time to accept that. I know it sounds so weird, but it took me a long time to accept that because I felt like I have to be able to do it all, you know? I have to be able to work with any tool, with any paint, on any paper, canvas, any surface, but that is exhausting and that is also impossible. So yeah, I mean, I know your comment didn't mean anything negative, but I just went on this tangent because it just kind of sparked something in me, you know, to show you that, yeah, I love the mini size too. And it took me a while to really accept that I like miniature, not super miniature. Like there are some people who draw paintings like the size of a quarter. Like that is miniature, you know, like I don't think I have the patience for that either. Cause I think when you go really tiny, it requires a whole nother set of skills. So I'm not quite there. I just like normal size paintings, if that makes any sense. There you go. Okay, anyway, super random tangent. Let's go back to our, wreath. Okay, I need to pull up the picture because I completely forgot. All right, so I'm gonna paint the sunflowers first. And in the picture, there are 2 sunflowers. I'll just keep it as is. Remember that when you use, you know, reference photos and stuff, you do not have to do it exactly, right? You can change certain things about it to your liking, change the colors, change the composition, you know, it's really up to you. So there was 2 sunflowers right about here and here. I'm just gonna do this circle. I'm gonna make this wreath a little bit bigger, not that much larger. So there's the center for one of the sunflowers. There's the other one. Okay. Before I go on to the yellow, I'm gonna do the red orangish flowers first. There's like a little piece of something. Okay. I'm just painting some like rose-like flowers. I know it wasn't roses that was in the painting or in the picture, but I kind of feel like adding roses. There's one more flower right about here. Okay, let's add the sunflowers. I should have used the kneaded eraser earlier. I don't know why I used a regular eraser. I know better. Okay. Okay, I'm going to fill in with some of the red leaves first. Okay, and then there were like a bunch of little green leaves. So let's add those. Hi Kiwi, thanks so much for joining. Sorry, I just saw your message. Okay, so this one has like, these are going to be like longer, skinnier leaves. Okay, I need to add a bunch more. But I'm going to turn my paper around just a little bit because it was getting a little uncomfortable for me to paint some of the leaves. All right, I'm going to grab a different kind of green, like a brighter sap green a little bit. And then just add some more of those Sorry, I keep turning things around. All right, I see some like sweeping lines. I'm gonna use the chromium oxide green again. Let's see. So this one, I want to be making sure, I want to make sure that I have the darkest value as possible. So that means very little water, lots of paint, because I really want it to be able to kind of like stand out. Okay, I'm gonna go in here now. I'm gonna try something. I don't know how it'll turn out. I'm gonna take this dark brownish color, darker. Ah, here it is. So I've got my, what is this, burnt umber or just umber color. I'm gonna try coloring in some of these smaller gaps. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I just wanted to color it so that I can create like the illusion of like a shadow. I might totally regret this, but that's what this is for. I just want to try it. I'm not coloring in like all the gaps. As I'm coloring, I'm also kind of changing gears and maybe trying to make it look like as if it's part of the wreath too. Just making like little zigzaggy motions and trying to make it seem like this was intentional. I just wanted it to look a little bit more like fuller and like more dense, if that makes sense, you know? I think I might use this color pencil. Yeah, maybe this one, and just do some more like leaves. I think I might just like maybe outline it. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of like that. That was unexpected, but I like it. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more shadow to my sunflower, like right around the center. Same thing with the roses, just going in there with a drier brush and less water on my brush, and kind of like outlining my petals just a little bit more. Okay, now I know that there were those little white berries in the original photo, but I think I might forego them because there is a lot of white space in here already. And so I think adding the white details might actually not make sense. I feel like it might actually distract it or distract from the overall look of the wreath, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at it a little bit more and seeing if it needs anything else. I don't think so. I mean, I think it's pretty well balanced. Maybe I could have added some more like orange leaves or reddish leaves, maybe just to like contrast it. But yeah, I think it looks okay. I think I'm just gonna erase the pencil line up here. I love this little tiny berry wreath. I love it. Okay. Oh my goodness, I had grapes here and I completely forgot. All right, guys, what do you guys think? So if you followed along with this tutorial, please tag me at Audrey Ra Design and use the hashtag #PaintWithAudrey. And especially if you post on social media and stuff, like I would love to see your work. Whether you did the tiny little berry wreath or if you did this flowery wreath, I would love to see your work. All right, let me get my screenshot. Oh, I don't know if you can even see both of these on here. I'll just hold it back here. All right. I might just have to like take a picture of it and then like make it even bigger or something. So we'll see. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. Today is Veterans Day here in the US. So please make sure to thank a veteran if you see them around. Thank them for their service. Let's see, what else? Next week. Yeah, next week is the 18th. I can't believe Thanksgiving is just in a couple more weeks. Thanksgiving is 1, 2, 3, 4, November 28th this year. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I will still be live that Monday just because it's far enough from Thanksgiving, like the holiday, so that, you know, it's not like the day before. So I'll still be live that Monday. I'll be live next Monday, the 18th. So I hope you guys take care. Yeah, take care of your health. And again, if you painted with me, please tag me, Audrey Ra Design, and use the hashtag #PaintWithAudrey. Yeah, be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.